Hey everyone, Jason Weckerle here, along with Caysen and his father Tyler.
Hola.
Hola, he says. This is America. We're out here on Lake Michigan. We're gonna try to catch some brown trout and steelhead. Maybe we'll hook into a pike, who knows. Hopefully we catch something, because we got to get this little guy on his first Lake Michigan giant. There's world record trout in this lake, so let's catch one of those. You ready?
No, you just told me that.
He's like, I'm scared.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I just set out a couple slip bobbers with just 6-pound fluorocarbon leaders connected to 8-pound monofilament. I have shiner minnows, small shiner, golden shiners under the bobbers. We're going to be casting some lures, crankbaits, spoons, jigs, all sorts of stuff. I'm going to start the day out with a 1/4 ounce rattle trap crankbait. Let's see what happens. All right, I just hooked into a nice... Well, here's the first fish of the day. I'm about to hand the rod off to Caysen. The GoPro microphone unplugged, so I have to sit here and try to do the Morgan Freeman narration for you guys. I wish I had Morgan Freeman's voice and I could soothe your hearts and souls just talking, but unfortunately, you're gonna have to hear my crappy voice through this battle. But Caysen's doing a good job fighting this fish, especially for his first time ever battling a fish this size. This is a monster brown trout. If you're gonna make it your first brown trout ever, you might as well make it a huge one. Looks like a big male German brown trout. It's got the hooked mouth, brown colors, the copper brown colors across the side. Really hard netting fish, even with an extension handle when the water is that far down from the wall. I hooked this fish on a darter head jig, a 1/8 ounce, with a Lunker City finesse fish, plastic. Caysen looks like he's shocked, like he doesn't even know what to say. Hooked it right in the tip of the mouth. There's the plastic I was using, but let's get some pictures of this fish. And he's gone. Took off like a rocket. Nice work, buddy. Proud of you.
Aw,
How'd that feel?
not great.
Not great.
He's like, that thing hurts.
Like my wrist is dying, I feel like.
Now Caysen is gonna battle the second fish of the day. He's got to keep that line tight, keep that rod up, I'm telling him. All right, the battle is on. This fish right here is a lot bigger than the first one he caught. He's doing a good job keeping that rod up off the railing. Oh, he almost got it on the railing, but this is a huge fish for a young kid to be fighting. He's doing a very good job. He was gonna cast a lot more that morning, but he said he wasn't tall enough due to the tall railing, unfortunately, which is understandable, but we threw some bobbers out with some minnows, some shiner minnows. He was keeping an eye on the bobbers and helping us out with that. But this was the very first time Caysen ever went trout fishing, and he's already into his second battle of the morning. And this was maybe only 20 minutes into the trip and we already got 2 of them. Haven't seen the fish yet, but it's an absolute monster. We have a lady farther down the wall watching us reel this fish in. Caysen's excited. This is an absolute blast for anyone, especially a young kid who's a newcomer to fishing. He's been fishing a few years with us. He just handed the rod to his dad so that his dad can help out a little bit and give Caysen's arms a little break. Look at the size of that fish. Absolute monster. This is a 20-pounder easily. Big sea forellen brown trout. You've got German brown trout. I told Caysen, take that rod, it's your fish. Now Caysen's fighting the fish again. But there's sea forellen brown trout that are more of a deep water species that mainly comes in when it's colder out, like during the winter months. They'll come inshore. And then there's German brown trout as well. Alright, now I'm trying to find a good place to reach down this wall and try to net this fish. These fish like to take off up and down the walls and try to do anything they can to get away from you. Oh, looks like Tyler took the rod again. This fish really gave Caysen a workout, and you can see why. That's a monster brown trout. I think it went over 20 pounds. Look at that fish. Now here's for stretch arms, like the Stretch Armstrong maneuver here. Look at this. I'm netting this fish like an amateur. Come on. There we go. Do I got it? Ah, got it. There we go. Caysen is all smiles. Dad is all smiles. Look at that. Caysen looks speechless. He doesn't even know what to say. That fish is almost as big as he is, if it's not as big as he is. Such an awesome fish. Now let's get some pictures of this one after we unhook him. He's got that bait buried down his throat. That was a hungry fish. That is an alewife smelt shad eating machine. Caysen, good work, man.
Thank you.
Proud of you. There she goes. I love when I see them kick off. Beautiful, man.
Whew.
Nice teamwork, guys.
Good job, Mr. Caysen.
Took the three of us to do it, but we did it, right? All right, now I'm gonna get out a darter jig head, a darter head jig, 1/8 ounce. I like to use Lunker City finesse fish in 4-inch size. I like the 4-inch Zoom Fluke Minnows. You can use white, you can use albino pearl, ice shad is a good color, but 1/8 ounce, 1/4 ounce, and 3/8 ounce darter head jigs. You can get them by Damagatsu, or you can buy them from Caysen Company. But Tyler's gonna tie that on and we're gonna see if he can catch a fish. There's Caysen. Let's see if he gets another one. Really quick, I'm gonna go over the technique and the gear I'm using to catch these Lake Michigan brown trout. I'm just throwing that bait out there. I'm letting it sink down all the way to the bottom. And I'm just popping it once, as you can see. And I just keep up with it with the slack by reeling in the line. But you want to keep that line as tight as possible so you feel every bite. You can also cast it out and start working it right away near the surface. I've caught fish from top to bottom because these trout like to suspend. Sometimes they sit right on the bottom. The gear that I'm using is a 7-foot spinning rod. The particular rod I'm using is an Okuma Seamar rod. really nice rod for salmon and trout fishing because it's really a strong rod. And I'm using a Piscifun Carbonax 2 3000 size reel, spooled with 10-pound test Power Pro braid. Personally, I wouldn't go above 20-pound braid because you don't need to, and you can fill your reels with more line if you go with thinner braid. But that is the setup. Now we're gonna get back to fishing. We just moved down to another spot now. I'm throwing out some bobbers here for Caysen to watch with some shiners. Tyler's over here jigging a plastic minnow. We needed a change of scenery and maybe try to find some new schools of fish. Tyler's like, it's my turn. So I'm just fishing with 6-pound fluorocarbon tied to a tiny swivel right here. And that's tied to 8-pound monofilament. I like to use the Trilene 100% fluorocarbon. That's good stuff. And I also like Seeger, Abrazex, and Invisex. That's good fluorocarbon as well for leader material. And I'm just fishing these slip bobbers on a 9.5-foot salmon and trout steelhead float rod. Basic slip bobber rig. Slip floats. You had one? Tyler missed one on the jig and plastic minnow just now. Tyler just hooked into a big one over here. Caysen's having the honors. Dude, that's a fat one. Here, pull her head this way. There we go, Caysen. Whew.
Perfect. Perfect.
That's a big one. Big female. Got the pliers. Nice work, man. That's a big female. That is an awesome fish, bro.
Alright.
Here, plug your butthole. Hold on. I want to taste some eggs.
Alright.
Put your finger right there, Caysen.
Wow.
Nice work, bro. Nice work, Caysen. She swim off? Yep. Nice work. We got a brown trout swimming right there down the rocks. Looks like a moldy, beat up looking one. Got 3 of them today so far. Still trying. It's about 9:45 in the morning now. Let's see if we can get a 4th one. Caysen's knocking it out of the ballpark this morning, catching all the fish. Right, Caysen? You're catching all the fish? All right, everyone, we're gonna get out of here. It's almost noon. Caysen here caught his first 3 giant brown trout today. Good job.
Thank you.
Yes. Boom.
How's your wrist and your arm feeling?
Pretty good. It's a little sore.
Really sore? I guess those fish gave him a workout.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, like even if I could lean back, like like it could just hold me still.
Almost as big
Almost
as
pull you in the water, hey?
Yeah, but at least there's railings.
Yeah. Well, if you guys like this video, subscribe to my page, hit that like button. You can check out his YouTube page,
Ty's World.
Ty's World.
Yeah.
Spell that out.
TY with apostrophe S and then world.
TY''S World. Not World of Fishing, just Ty's World.
Just Ty's World.
Ty's
Easier.
World. All right. Catch you later. Good luck fishing.